Hello, in this micro adventure we're going to have a look at a compass. We're going to see how it works and why it is useful. The compass is one of the oldest inventions that there is. Before there was a compass, people had to look at the sun or they had to look at the stars to navigate. It happened very many times that people were walking around in nature and they walked around in circles while they were thinking that they were walking in a straight line. A compass helps to solve that problem. It's even more important when you travel long distances. Like for example the old sailors, like the famous Zheng from China or Columbus who discovered America. Those people, when they had a compass, they could cross the ocean and go to the other side. Before that, they also had to rely on the stars. And you know, when it's very cloudy, that's an almost impossible job. So let's have a look today about what a compass is, how it works, and then next time we are going to see how you can make one yourself. So let's have a look at a compass. This is the most traditional compass. Yes, it might be a circle. Mine is transparent because I like to use it on top of maps. But on there you see the arrow and the arrow points to the north or to the south. Nowadays many people also have a compass in their phone. That one works slightly different and I'll explain to you later how. So how does a compass work? A compass basically is nothing else than a magnet. Yes? If you look at a magnet, you know that two sides that a magnet has. It has a north pole, a plus, and it has a south pole. When you have two magnets, you can't put the same poles together. They always are attracted to the other side. So the north pole wants to connect to the south to the north. So I can't push this together, but if I place them like this, then they are together. North, south, north, south. The Earth also has a magnet field. It's called the Earth's natural magnet field. If you look at a compass, you see that there's a needle in the middle. That needle is magnetic. When you hold your compass flat, one side of the needle points to the north and one side points to the south, because they are attracted by the Earth's natural magnetic fields. Now, if you look at the compass a bit closer, you see how we can use it to indicate directions. The north is over here on the top. You have north, east, south and west. When you put it flat, the arrow moves to the north and then you align your compass with that item. Now the circle, as you can see here, is divided in 360 degrees. North is 0 degrees or 360 degrees. East is 90 degrees, south is 180 degrees, west is 270 degrees. In the army and the police and in navigation, like on airplanes, they use those degrees. But we usually only use north, east, south, west. If you want to be a little bit more precise, for example, you don't want north or east, but you want into the middle, you can say, I want to go northeast. That means you're going to 45 degrees. You can even be more precise. You can say that you want to go to northeast. At that moment, you want to go to 22.5 degrees. And for us, that in general is enough. On most maps, you will also see the wind directions. And the top of a map usually points to the north. So if you have a compass, you can put it on a map, you can turn the map so that it's pointing to the north, and then you know in which direction you have to walk. Like I said, the GPS system is slightly different. On your phone you use a GPS system. The GPS system does not make use of magnetic fields. It makes use of satellites. Satellites send a signal to your phone, and based on that signal, your phone knows exactly where you are. When you start walking, it notices the movement and it can calculate your location even better. Now there is a slight difference between the magnetic system and the GPS system. The magnetic Earth field is not exactly at the North Pole and the South Pole. It's a little bit on the side. So if you're close to the North Pole or close to the South Pole, the direction of your magnetic compass and of your GPS slightly differs. But almost nobody is there, so this is more than enough for what we want to use it for. The last thing I want to tell you is that there's a difference between a Chinese compass and a Western compass. The Chinese compass is called Xinan, which means south direction. So the arrow, the red arrow, the red part of the needle in the compass of a Western compass, it always points to the north. But if you have a Chinese compass, it might point to the south. You have to test that first, because it would be a real awful thing if you walked for hours in the wrong direction. That's it. So we're going to the challenge. The challenge you can find in your adventure. If you go to the bottom, you see over there a couple of tasks. For your challenge, you need a compass, a pen and paper. And then you have to find a location where you're going to walk to, and you give somebody else directions on how to get there. Have a look at your micro adventure and show us how well that person did. Next time, let's make your own compass.